Yes, sir.
Hi, I was wondering what your position is on natural gas exports. I don't think the U.S. should export natural gas, but I don't know how much it does for several reasons, because national security might be energy independent, if you choose the manufacturing, so we want cheap energy from manufacturing, and if the pollution is staying here, what I mean is the chemicals injected into the bedrock for fracking, that stays here. The natural gas should stay here, so we get all the benefit. 30 years from now, the companies may be gone, but there'd be rare cases where the chemicals get into the groundwater. And I would be probably against sending natural gas to a place like Ukraine at this point, before we fix the poor areas in the United States. So what is your position on that?
Yeah. Thank you for the question. The question was about natural gas and exports, and should we be exporting, and the gentleman hopes that I would oppose exports of natural gas. And it raises an important issue that I alluded to earlier, and I said this is controversial, particularly for the environmentalists in the room. The reason we are becoming energy independent, and that of course we now have a cleaner, because it's still a carbon-based energy source, but it's a heck of a lot cleaner than coal, is because of the massive natural gas discoveries in this country. As you know, these are deposits of natural gas in shale formations. To get them requires a fairly aggressive and dangerous, let's use the word dangerous, process called fracking, where water is pumped at pressure with a lot of chemicals that we don't know enough about into underground reserves, and gas comes bubbling up. Here's the way I feel about it, and you asked specifically about exports. First and foremost, we take care of ourselves at home, and I've said now a couple of times, energy independence. I cannot tell you how much I look forward to the day when our main interest in the Middle East is not so much kowtowing to the producers of oil, but just mainly standing by our friend Israel. And really removing the incredible tabs that they have had on us for so long. So to me, the first thing is energy independence in this country. I take environmental concerns very seriously. The last thing I want is contaminated groundwater, regions of the country that can't be populated because chemicals have been pumped in. I will tell you, though, that this country is pretty good at handling dangerous energy-producing technology. Nuclear power, of course, comes to mind, very controversial. The fact is this country has not, since 3 Mile Island, had a very significant nuclear accident. It can happen. We saw Japan. God knows we saw Chernobyl. So very dangerous stuff. By the way, coal mining, we get a lot of energy from coal. Coal mining is pretty darn dangerous. A lot of people lose their lives in that process. So my point of view is this. Number one, we should not blind ourselves to the benefits that come from exploiting a clean American source, but we should do it safely and carefully with very good regulation. So I'm okay with fracking, provided it is done with very good, transparent regulation, with locals getting a good deal and understanding what's happening, with us understanding what to do with the waste, because this does produce nasty liquid waste when it's all done. And then, to your point about exports, first of all, you don't need to worry. We don't have infrastructure to export natural gas at this point. The earliest we could do that would be probably well into 2015. I'm not going to say no exports ever. I'm going to say take care of our energy needs first, and then if we have surplus, let's provide it to the world for 2 reasons. One, it'll make us money, which is good. And number 2, this gets to your point about Ukraine. The only reason Vladimir Putin can do what he's doing right now is his stranglehold over the Ukraine with natural gas. And Europe, by the way, 30% of European natural gas comes from Russia. So here's this guy who's a 19th century style dictator who's got his basically hand around the neck of Europe because of his natural gas. Now again, take care of the United States first, but if we can help reduce the influence of this madman, it's probably a little overstated, but very aggressive guy, and we've taken care of ourselves, if we can help Europe, if we can help Ukraine achieve independence from where Russia is going, if we've taken care of ourselves and if we're doing it safely, I would be okay with it, but only if those other conditions have been met. Yes, ma'am.
Good evening. My name is Maury Hernandez, and I live in Bridgeport, and I work for the Bridgeport Child Advocacy Coalition. And I am a certified in-person assistant for Access Health CT. I just want to share one story of a family who is very happy about the Affordable Care Act. Miss C is a case manager at a local daycare center in Bridgeport, Connecticut, and a single mother of a teenage son. Miss C cannot afford the insurance through her job because it is very expensive. She does not qualify for Husky D, which is the state's Medicaid program, because she is over the federal poverty income guidelines. Miss C has been diagnosed with an occipital mass which is increasing in size and extremely painful. However, doctors will not treat her because she has no insurance. Miss C is afraid because her mom passed away several years ago after being diagnosed with the same issue and not undergoing medical treatment. Surgery will not be performed unless there is guarantee of payment. I met with Ms. C and assisted her with the application through Access Health CT. At the end of the application, Ms. C was thrilled to learn that she not only qualified for an affordable quality health plan, but that she would be able to finally have the surgery that can save her life. We all listen to the news and read the paper, and all we hear and read are the bad things about the Affordable Care Act. Let's give it a chance. Let's give these young adults a chance to experience what it is to have health insurance on their own, and health insurance that is affordable and that someday may help save their lives. Thank you.